Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we are back testing out this new King of Hell Ghost Rider uniform. And I know you guys are upset about it, and believe me, I am a bit upset about it too. But I like Ghost Rider. He's one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. It is nice to see him get an upgrade. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, am I a bit disappointed with this thing. Like, damage wise, it's very, very good. But I do think that he's lacking a bit of survivability that should have came to the developers as like instinct. Like, these are just things that I think should have been a part of his kit, like a revive or a heal or like a damage reduction or something, right? Like, he dies very easily. He can be one-shotted by pretty much any attack, and without a heal, it's rough, man. It's rough to actually keep this guy alive sometimes. Well, not sometimes, like pretty much in any fight. He's also very, very, very slow. His base movement speed is god awful. I don't know who's the genius who decided that they were gonna make him move so slow. Like, even when you have a head start on attacks that you see incoming, a lot of times they will still just kill you because you cannot cover enough ground to get out of it. It's rather unfortunate. Okay, let's not get caught in that. Any kind of me being caught in place is just instant death for me. Okay, they pierced the invincibility. I don't know why they removed the other skill that had invincibility, because it's not like invincibility was gonna make him super OP, since there's so many things that can penetrate the invincibility, or just remove it entirely if you're up against somebody like Thanos. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Like, in the case of Ghost Rider, I don't think they should have removed it. I think they should have like replaced it with like a heal or something. All right. But who knows, maybe they have plans to sell another uniform for Ghost Rider in the future, so they just wanted to give him damage now and then they'll fix him later again. Who the hell knows what these guys are on, bro? I realistically cannot tell you, but the damage is there. It's just kill or be killed. Now, some of you guys are gonna look at this and you're gonna like, yo, he's so impressive. How are you saying all these bad things? No, this is a review. This is a review. I give you the good, I give you the bad, right? I'm not gonna tell you that a character is perfect, because he's not perfect. No character is realistically ever perfect, but some are just like a lot better than others. And I do think Ghost Rider is better than a lot of characters in the game now. But as a Ghost Rider fan, will you be like 100% satisfied with this? Probably not. But will your favorite hero, in quotes, because he does some some very savage things, right? Will your favorite hero now become a force to be reckoned with? Yes, but you're gonna die a lot. Okay, and you just evaded my fifth skill. It's annoying. Oof. Risque. Don't want to land right in front of his face there, because that would have got me killed. I'm just gonna get this guy down to like 1 bar. I don't want to kill him because he's not my boss of the day, and I haven't cleared all of my bosses yet, so like, so you can see for yourself, like, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider can put in some serious work. So this is a stage 60 with just 1 striker to give him some healing. Honestly, I do think Ghost Rider should have a healing or ability that can revive him or something along those lines in his kit. I do think that they should go back and do something about this. However, that's not the Marvel Future Fight development team way. They don't realistically ever go back and fix a uniform like that often. They'll usually just make a mental note of it, and then on the next uniform that they sell you for crystals, they'll put what he was lacking this time on that. So if you can wait another, I don't know how long, for a uniform for Ghost Rider, then maybe you can skip this, or maybe you can pick it up on Black Friday for 50% off. I don't know, and I don't care personally. What I will say is, you don't really need Ghost Rider for anything in the game right now, right? He's a fire character, but we have plenty of fire characters. He's a hero, but we have plenty of heroes. he has high damage, but you have plenty of characters that have high damage. He's universal. You have plenty of characters that are universal that can do what he's doing right now. So I'm not here to sell you on this. I'm just to show you essentially what my Ghost Rider can do right now compared to where he was before, where he couldn't even do like a stage 1, right? He's doing stage 60 now. It's a little difficult. He could die, but he can do it. So that's pretty good. Let's jump into some more content with him though. Alright, so we're jumping in to a stage 75 against Ebony Maw. I wanted to show you guys how he does over here as well. 75 is pretty good. I do think he could go a little bit higher than this with just the one striker. But his skills get interrupted quite a bit. And when they do, because of the long cooldown, he dies. Also, this guy runs away a lot and he has a lot of effects that chase you. And it's kind of hard to evade with Ghost Rider because he moves very slowly. Okay, can I please cancel? That was pretty bad. You could probably go through this phase right here, probably like 15 seconds faster. Let me just go ahead and get this guy to do what he's gonna do. Then I'm gonna buff with Fury. Okay, let's go 5. You want to get that fire resistance up. Should have probably gone 5-3. Okay, please don't hit me with these rocks, because even these rocks that are telegraphed, okay? Even this thing that's chasing me right now, look how close it's getting to killing. Oop, got me. I had a head start. I literally had, oh my gosh, I had a head start on those things and they caught up on me. Like, that's crazy, man. Whoever is the idiot that decided that he was gonna move so slow, bro, like, what's wrong with you guys? His base movement speed is too slow, man. Like, even attacks that are telegraphed, that you see coming and you have a head start on them, you can't outrun them? That's nuts, bro. Is he gonna? Yep, of course he's gonna do that. Of course, he just interrupted 2 of my attacks. One of them, he wasn't even moving. He didn't do anything and he interrupted it. Annoying. Like, his damage is good, but there's just so many things that the boss can do that can interfere with him, because his force skill is not a full iframe. So, oh my gosh, he caught me again. And to top it all off, right? It's Ghost Rider. And then they decided they're not going to give him an ability that can crowd control bosses or villains or anything, right? He doesn't have an ability that can stun, petrify, like, I don't know, entice or whatever, right? He doesn't have that stare that basically say, come here, look into my eyes, bro. Tell me what you see. Can you see my face? Oh my gosh. Like, it's so annoying. It's actually so annoying. Look at this. Like, I literally cannot go try to attack him because that will get me. Annoying. Actually annoying. Okay, this might actually kill me even though I see it coming. Okay, good. He's too slow. He's way too slow. Damage is good. Skills cooldown on them too long. And the gaps in his iframes are really bad because, yep, that can happen, right? I started off my skill, and before I even got to the portion where I could do damage to the boss, you see what just happened, right? You see what just happened, right? That's that bullshit. And we keeping that. We keeping that. Let's do one more run. Like, I'm not here to sell you guys in a dream, okay? Some runs are going to be really, really good where you just get really lucky and the boss doesn't do a whole bunch of shenanigans, but just expect to fail. Expect to fail. Expect to have him just get one-shotted sometimes because the boss just does some dumb stuff. But, like, man, I don't know what these guys were smoking when they decided, yeah, let's take off his invincibility off the 2 skill and then give him nothing. Let's give him nothing in return. Idiots. Actually idiots, bro. Like, my skills are just constantly being crowd. Bro. My skills are just constantly being interrupted. finally my fifth skill got off. Then I got into my fourth skill. Then he got interrupted. Honestly, you can't even play him with a regular damage proc. The way how his skills get interrupted, yeah, bro. A regular damage proc is just gonna be a waste of time and just gonna aggravate you. That's just terrible, man. That's actually just terrible. Like, why make us wait all these weeks if you're not gonna use the extra weeks to like test out the character? That was a good amount of damage, and the reason why that happened was because the fifth skill actually landed. Like, bro, you okay, guys? You cannot tell me that makes sense. I had a head start on those things. Oh my god, bro. Aggravating. Very aggravating. Bro, I had a head start. I seen them coming. It's not like, oh, I randomly just started running after I seen them. Bro, I seen them about to spawn, and then I freaking started moving ahead of time. He's just so slow that he can't outrun that. What is he gonna be this time? Okay, rocks coming at me, yep. And I tried to use my fifth skill, then it got cancelled by this thing that's now chasing me, that's about to get me. Okay, cool. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely stuff. My fifth skill got cancelled again. Literally the only skill you have that's never going to be cancelled is the third skill. But they put that on the longest cooldown of life. Again, fifth skill got cancelled. Why does he have no way to crowd control the boss? Really? So you literally have to rely on strikers to make him a playable character. Like, you could do like a stage 50 by just doing insane burst damage and trying to win in like 30 seconds or whatever. But like, if you want to actually do a high level, you kind of have to rely on strikers to keep him alive and also to CC the boss to make it so that they're not constantly moving around and evading all of his attacks. Alright, so what's the point of buying the uniform if it's still gonna make him feel like, sure, he's good, but he still feels incomplete, and you have to rely on strikers to make him like function optimally? And even then, you can't rely on the strikers for everything, right? Because the crowd control from the strikers and stuff, eventually that's gonna run out. It's a bit aggravating. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit aggravating. I am gonna test him because I like the character, right? But man, sometimes I wonder what goes on with these devs. I don't know, man. I really see, and I'm just wondering to myself, right? Oh gosh, he wasn't even moving. I used the fifth skill, he did nothing, and then my fifth skill did nothing. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have you come out of that, and then I'm gonna use my fifth skill. And see that? You just look at that. I used my fifth skill, it got canceled. I used my fourth skill, it got canceled. Literally, the only reliable skill in this man's kit is his third skill, and they put that on the longest cooldown of life. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Like, no matter which boss you put him up against, he's gonna struggle to stay alive and do damage constantly. Like, he's so cool to look at. And that's what they're banking on. Right? They're banking on him just looking really, really cool. Because, come on, this looks okay. This looks like some old school mob type shit, right? That looks cool. Classic, okay, right? Okay. But then look at this. This shit looks insane, bro. This looks like 2055, right? That shit looks fire, no pun intended. So they're banking on people seeing this and just buying the uniform, but it's disappointing. It's disappointing because he is lacking. He needed some way to crowd control the boss. He needed a heal. I think Ghost Rider should have a revive. He's Ghost Rider, right? I think he should have a revive. And I do think like a couple of his skills, or at least the fourth skill, should be a full iframe, so it's not so easy to cancel. And they have gone back and tweaked uniforms in the past in like I guess my most recent memory of something like this happening, it would be like the Mysterio uniform, where after the Spider-Man Far From Home movie came out, they went back and they improved that uniform a little bit. But do I see them going back and improving Ghost Rider's uniform? I don't personally. I think they're just banking on this one just looking really cool and just selling it off that. And honestly, I think they can just make a lot of money this way. Sadly, that's just what it is. But we have so many characters in the game, so if you feel like skipping this, skip it, man. Because for the most part, you have better characters for World Boss. And why would you buy this uniform just to make him playable for Shadowland? Because be realistic, right? Yes, you can one-shot villains in PvP with this, but then what is he gonna do? Die? Because the rest of his kit is not formatted for PvP, and then you even have to wait a long ass time to set this up so you can one-shot. Nah, man, you're better off using a PvP character in a PvP situation. I'm just saying. By the way, all of that was being done with a rage. And you know how a CTP of rage works, right? It gives you the flexibility of like using your skills essentially whenever you want to try and maximize survivability and DPS. So just imagine how much worse he would have been if that was a damage proc, because then not only do I have to keep in mind that my damage proc is going to activate so and so, but my skills are constantly being interrupted. Man, it's just really aggravating. This is the build, by the way. I could awaken this. I could do a little bit more work here, and I will, because I love Ghost Rider. But man, am I disappointed? Yes, yes I am. And it leads me to wonder just how good is this uniform for Blade gonna be, because this was the one that seemed underwhelming to people, right? So we'll see what happens next week when this one gets released. I will catch you guys in the next one. Let me know if you bought the Ghost Rider uniform, and if you're loving it, that's cool. I'm loving the damage that I'm seeing from the uniform, but there's just some things, some negative things that are really bothering me. Catch you guys. Peace.